Hi, welcome to Great Gadgets and Gear, and today I'm going to review an Apache case that I purchased from Harbor Freight. I just wanted to bring out the ones that I purchased for size comparisons. The one I'm going to review is the small one. This is the 1800. It's $12.99. It varies. The prices go up, down, plus you can get a 20 to 25% off coupon. I think at the time I purchased it, it cost me a little over 11 bucks. It has an IP water rating of 65, pick and pull foam, adjustable pressure valve on the front, 2 padlock points. The interior on the small one is 8.5 inches by 5 5/8 and 3 3/4 in height. They give you a 90-day warranty, so you can put it through your rigorous test in 90 days. It's waterproof, dust-proofed, relatively impact-proof. There's tons of videos out there that show people driving over them and tossing them from places, whatever. I didn't really need it for that purpose, but some of those videos are pretty cool, pretty fun to watch. The black one over here, this is the 2800, the medium. It runs $27.99, and the orange one is the 3800, which is the large, and it was $36.99. Again, you know, you got your coupons that you can use and different prices at different dates. I didn't get the extra large. I purchased these because I wanted to make first aid kits out of them. I have all the bags and stuff. It's nice to kind of change things up once in a while. And this one I actually started it out because I wanted to make one for my kayak. So, you know, I tossed this thing around, I threw it in the water and stuff, it floats and everything really good. I thought this would be a really cool, inexpensive way to make a waterproof kit for my kayak without breaking the bank. I love Pelican cases, I have a few of them, not too many because they're really, really expensive. They're really high quality, but they're really, really expensive. And this is a relatively small kit, so the price on this was perfect, you know, considering how much you spend to put the content inside. This is a relatively cheap kit. Okay, so I'm not going to really review the other two, but I did want to try to show you the sizes. Alright, let me see. Here's the universal measuring device that I think gives you a better idea than tape measures and stuff. But most people have English muffins. You can see that it's actually a little bit shorter than English muffins. Again, it's probably about a little more than half. I know, interesting measuring device, right? Well, you know, pretty common item there. So, that's what I had handy. I think it still works out better than the tape measure. Okay, so that's the small one, and I'm going to go into the contents of that in a second. And then, sorry, my camera looks a little crappy today. Okay. And then this is the 2800. I actually had to order this one because when I went into Harbor Freight to get the 1800, these were completely sold out. And this must be the most popular model, at least in my area, because there was 2 shelves of them and they were completely empty. There was plenty of the smaller 1800s and plenty of the bigger versions. This seems to be the most popular size. So this one is a little bit bigger than your English muffins. And again, pretty close. So it's a pretty good size box. I mean, I can show you with the tape measure too, though. Roughly 11 by, say, 6.5 by, I'd say 12.5 for the case, not including the little lips. With the little lips, it's probably like 13. Okay, so, and I like all of these cases. I mean, depending on what you're going to use them for, because there's such a wide variety of uses, camera gear, guns, whatever your imagination, whatever fragile items that you have or whatever. I just thought these would be really cool as first aid kits because they're watertight and, you know, for the most part crush proof or crush resistant or however you want to look at that. So this one's going to probably be for one of my vehicles. And then this one is my home kit because it's massive. My vehicle kit already has a first aid kit in it, a huge trauma bag, but there was a couple items I wanted to add, some equipment wise, so that case is going to come in nice and handy. Okay, so way bigger than the English muffins. Sorry, this just cracks me up. And you can see it's about English muffin width there. This one is a little bit taller of the cases, you can see. So this one I think is 6 inches. Oh, actually it's almost 7 inches high. And that's the outside. The inside dimensions are going to be a little bit smaller. But you can see how relatively small this is in comparison to those. So it's cool that they have all these different sizes. And these prices are actually, with the coupons that you get, are really pretty reasonable. So I really didn't mind paying the price. I'll go into the other cases after I get them set up, because they're all going to be set up differently. So we're just gonna, we're gonna take a look at this one. And this one is going to be, like I said, for my kayak. So let me get situated here a little bit. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to shoot this in the dark here in the kitchen. Okay, so this one doesn't have the metal, the little metal around for the locking thing. I don't really need a locking thing for this, for what I'm using it for. The metal reinforcement is nice on the other ones, especially if you're going to use it for expensive equipment. Kind of a more cheapy, inexpensive, just plastic handle. The other two have like a rubber grip on them. This one doesn't. They all have the pressure release valve, so you can equalize the pressure. Makes it easier to open the case. It's got little plastic feet on it, same material as the case. They're reinforcing, and then they're little plastic hinges with the piece of wire. These do come with a bunch of stickers on them. That was the only one I didn't successfully get off, but there were stickers all over this thing, on the bottom, on both sides, on the top, just everywhere stickers. Advertisement. So I had to peel all that stuff off. Okay, so I picked up this. The sizes of these squares in here were quite difficult to find the emergency or first aid stickers I wanted. So I had to settle. This one actually fit perfectly. I got it off of eBay. It was like $250 for the sticker. Okay, so it's got nice, tight, clamps down nice and tight like it. Excuse me. This comes filled with foam, and I'll show you on the other one here. This is how they all come. You got the egg crate up on top, and then the pick and pull foam comes with it, where you pick and pull it out to be able to match up whatever you want to sink in there. And it varies from case to case. Some of them it's one giant thick piece, other ones it's varying sizes. This one has 3 different sizes in it. So it's a crapshoot on what you get as far as the foam goes. I actually liked that all of mine came in like different sizes and stuff. Okay, so I left the egg crate in here. I took out the bottom because I don't need it, and it just gave me a little bit more room on the inside for first aid items. So let's see what we got in here. Okay. So I got a headlamp, and oops, I guess there is batteries in there. So pretty cheap and expensive, or actually no, this is a Princeton Tech. I have no idea. I've had this for years. I have no idea. It's the fuel model. But I thought it might be good in case you get stuck out there in the after dusk. Sometimes we do night paddles, which is pretty cool. Just a cheap latex-free Ace Banerjee type deal. I don't smoke, but I put in a waterproof lighter. Just because, one, I had it around. It floats. Ooh, it's one of those torch ones. And I thought it was pretty cool, and you can always use fire in case you get wet. I purchased this Swiss Army knife, and at the time of the purchase, I guess I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't realize just how huge this freaking thing is. Because I bought a really small, tiny one that I really, really like, and I thought, oh wow, I'm going to get one with more capabilities, and yeah, it's a little bit just too big to be in my pocket. So I threw it in here. Not sure what model this one is, but okay. Then I've got a sterile irrigation syringe. I always have water on me. Clean water. I always bring tons of clean water, and I'll come back to that actually. Got a little bit of just some rolled up gauze. Medical tape. This is the like the cloth tape. Love these tapes, man. They work extremely well. Really versatile. I like these better than the plastic tapes. So that one in there. Pair of gloves. Boo-boo kit. There's some butterfly bandages in there and some different style bandages. Fingers, fingertips, regular band-aids. Triple antibiotic ointment. Wet wipes to clean stuff up. Another set of gloves. Actually, there's a few sets in there. And then I got some safety pins, some duct tape, and I think this is liquid skin glue. Thought I would try that out. Some more wound closure strips, which are cool. A couple surgical sponges, because you never know what you're going to run into, what kind of injuries and stuff, and then some repel. Sometimes the mosquitoes can be really bad out there, depending on where you're paddling. Some more sponges. Cotton tip applicator, some more sponges. Some burn gel. Love this stuff. Water gel. Really good stuff. I've used this a couple times with a little bit of lidocaine in there. Stuff is really good. I have both. I like the gel is nice, and then I have the one that's already on sterile gauze. Those are good too. I had one left over of this like stop bleed for people. I always think of the dog when I do this. I actually used this on the dogs once when they got into a fight, and one sunk the canine in the top of the other dog's head, and oh my god, it was dogs too. Their head wounds bleed profusely, and boy, this stuff stopped it right away. I was really impressed. It didn't do any damage or anything to the dog, so that was cool. Then just some these BZK antiseptic towelettes. You can soak these in water and make a sterile solution out of these for cleaning out wounds. So that goes along with the irrigation syringe. Some afterbite stuff, bug type stuff. Tincture of benzoin, so some more cleaning stuff. And then this is just a little packet, which I have to go through because I think these actually might be expired, but different types of pain medication, and I think there's like anti-diarrheal and stuff in here. I think there's stuff to plug you up, stuff to unplug you, and then the one for the allergic reactions is in here too, because you never know what's going to bite you out there. So it's just a work in progress, this kit. I just wanted to try this out, and it's, you get quite a bit of stuff in this little box. I mean, it's a pretty small little box. But I think it's going to work out really good for kayaking, canoe, whatever. And again, I kept all the foam in case I want to change these out later, because I like changing things up. So if I want to use it for my camera equipment or whatever, I have that versatility. So it's nice to be able to do that. But I think this is going to work out really good as a kayak first aid kit. And, like I said, this is a work in progress, so we're going to see how things change after I use it a few times. So that's what I've been working on right now. So I'm going to be working on these two, and actually I'm not sure which one I'm going to get done first. These are going to be configured in completely different ways, so it should be pretty interesting, even though they're just plain old, first aid kits and stuff. But I'm trying out some new, different organization type things. For the kayak, I just try to keep as much in plastic, even though this is waterproof and it won't leak because it's got a nice gasket around it and it seals up quite tight. But, just to keep the air out of it too, to try to keep stuff. Because if you ever notice too, Band-Aids after a while, they start to turn yellow if they get really old. It helps if you have really good quality bags to keep the air out of them. And I get all my bags, in case anybody wants to know, off of either Amazon or eBay. They both sell them. You pick out the sizes you want. I recommend going with the 4 or 6 mil. That way they're really thick, but not so thick that it's, a pain. But the thicker ones tend to hold out. This one's actually a thin one. They hold out the air better. And for a really long time, I haven't had any issues with either the 4 or the 6 mil. So depending on what your uses is, the 6 mil is a little bit tougher and a little bit more rigid. So just want to keep that in mind. All right, so let me hear what you think. I'm working on some other stuff right now. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm in the house. So it's kind of hard to test things out right now for the big outside stuff anyway. So I'm doing a lot of testing inside on things and trying to move things along. So I'll get you the next video as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this. And everybody be careful out there. Stay healthy. Alright, till the next video. Thanks for watching. See ya.